What's going on YouTube world? Austin Lewis here, coming to you guys live with another video. We're gonna take the Maserati, we're gonna go to the bank, we're gonna pick up some cash for ATMs. I'm gonna drop an Instagram photo. Actually, when you guys probably see this video, I've probably already dropped the Instagram photo. In fact, you probably came to watch this video based off of that Instagram photo. And first of all, before we even jump into this whole thing, make sure and go follow the man, the myth, at Bryson. He's gone, man, just like that. And of course, go follow the man, the myth, at the Austin Lewis on Instagram, please. Before you guys go anywhere, we are building the strongest YouTube community on the platform of YouTube. Logan Paul, I am coming for you, bro. KSI, I'm coming for you, bro. Ryan Serhant, I am coming for you, bro. Grant Cardone, I am coming for you, bro. So stay tuned, guys. We're gonna make this one a good one, so stay to the end. If you haven't already, make sure to go subscribe. This is the Austin Lewis here, dropping a video for you guys. We'll see you guys in a minute. What's going on, YouTube world? We're just showing up to the bank. We usually don't show up to the bank to get cash, obviously because we're very low-key about it. I don't even know if they'll let us film in there, but if they don't, no worries. We'll start this video back in the Maserati, which is dirty as heck right now. But we'll try to film in there and get as much as we can. If we can't, no worries. But we're gonna pick up some moolah, and we'll show you guys in the car. I'm with the man, the myth, the absolute freaking legend. As you guys saw in the video prior, and as you guys saw in the thumbnail, the reason we are picking up 30 grand cash is because we own an ATM company together, right? So for those of you that don't know, it is at the Capital ATMs on Instagram. I'm sure Bryson will put it somewhere on this screen. We'll punch it out of the way. And in this video, we're actually gonna be talking about, obviously Austin's story. Obviously for those of you that follow him on Instagram or on YouTube as well, his description will be in the link below. But obviously how he's flipped over 100 houses doing wholesaling, how he's been able to create a multiple 7- and 8-figure companies, and just his overall story. I met this guy through Instagram. He originally grew up in a garage. Like, here's literally a picture of him where he grew up, which is a garage. And just the insane story that between him and I, being friends for over a couple of years now, and also being business partners, being roommates, owning 50% of our companies together has been absolutely insane. So I just honestly wanted to make a YouTube video with you, bro, just kind of dive into the fact of, a little bit about your story, how you're able to, like, what got you into wholesaling, how you got into wholesaling, how you've done the deals that you've done. Obviously, you've done more than 100 wholesale deals. I would assume that the deal is a little over 500 now.
Yeah, probably.
And how that whole process goes, and for somebody that wants to get into wholesaling, what the process is for them too.
Yeah, for sure. So, well, first of all, I really appreciate you having me on your channel, and excited to share a little bit about how I've done what I've been able to do, and also how you watching right now can do exactly what I've done. At the end of the day, I'm nobody special. You know that. So may as well tell you that, right? And that is just to say that, I'm 24 years old. I'm actually the same age as Austin. Both of our names are Austin, obviously. And you're a week or two older than I am. But, basically, really normal childhood, right? To keep it really simple, very normal childhood. If anything, like below normal, I grew up actually with my grandparents. So I actually grew up in the garage with my grandparents. And I talk about it a little bit more on other various social media platforms. But basically, I was forced into business at a really young age, right? So, at like 7 or 8 years old, I had to make money, and I had to figure out a way to kind of, bring in an income. Obviously, we live in Arizona, it was either like lawn mowing or the pool business, okay? So I chose the pool business, and, I made pretty good money, right, for being really young. And, that kind of opened up my eyes and my world to realizing the opportunity, right? How much money was to be made in the world, and the fact that you didn't have to necessarily work for the man to make an income, right? And so fast forward to, I was about 14 or 15 years old, made a ton of mistakes, spent a ton of money. I basically, the economy was crashing, I had to sell the pool company. And I didn't make a lot of money, and I had blown all my money, so I was actually forced to go get a regular job at a dry cleaners. And I ended up having like 18 or 19 jobs from 15 to 19, built some network marketing companies, had some success, and I think that's really what opened up my eyes and shifted my paradigm to want to become a mega success, right? And at 19, I got into real estate. I think a lot of people think that you have to have a lot of money to get into real estate. I thought the same thing actually. And the reality of it is that you don't, right? But I didn't know that at the time. I was on Facebook actually, and there was a guy on Facebook that was talking about like, no money down real estate investing, and I'm like, that sounds way too good to be true. And typically when things are too good to be true, they are. So, for a while I just kind of ignored it, right? And I was working that last job that I ever had, and I hated it, right? You might be in a position right now where you hate what you do, and that was me, right? I just hated it. And so, ultimately after a few months, I decided to take the leap of faith, get into wholesaling. And in a nutshell, wholesaling is where you actually don't buy the real estate, rather you flip the contract. So you're kind of a marketer on some level, which is what we do a lot of, but you're marketing to sellers to get the contract, right, to control the deal, and then you're actually just taking that contract and you're literally handing it to an actual buyer or an investor for a profit, essentially. And so, man, I got into that at 19 and did a couple hundred deals, got my real estate license, and obviously, we met, and we owned a lot of different companies together in a lot of different industries, a lot of which have failed, some of which have succeeded. And here we are, to today, obviously where, we own a wholesaling company together. We're scaling in multiple different markets. On a traditional real estate team, we own an ATM company, and we own a marketing agency as well. So all under one roof, and man, the sky's the limit.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love it. This is a good question, actually. I don't think I've actually personally asked this question either. What has been your smallest profit from doing a wholesale deal? And then also, what's been your biggest profit from a wholesale deal?
Yeah, for sure. So great question. Smallest profit was probably like $1,000. I used to do a lot of deals for $1,000. I used to have what they call like bird dog. Okay. So I would bird dog for other people. Basically, other people would send me their leads, and I would go work the lead, right? And if I got the deal under contract, then the contract would be in their name. So it'd be under their LLC in their name, and then they would sell the deal. They would do whatever, and they would pay me like a bird dog fee. So I used to do a lot of that, where they would just make like $1,000 a deal. So that's probably the smallest like wholesale deal that I've done, right? The biggest wholesale deal we've done, we popped a couple of wholesale deals in the six figures. So, $100,000 plus wholesale deal for literally just getting the property under contract at a deep enough discount and then flipping that contract to a buyer, ultimately only controlling the deal for less than 10 days.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
And for those of you that, maybe you're like, 50-50, here's a couple pictures right there of the man, the myth, that actually has some, he's in his Mercedes, a couple of them are in his BMW, and a couple of him might even be in a Range Rover or two, of some profit checks, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely incredible. You've traveled a lot of places too.
Yeah, traveled a lot.
Okay.
With you, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Some of them without you.
Let's just run through all of them.
Yep.
And in every one of them, we're going to have a bunch of pictures, because you and I have taken a bunch of pictures of just a lot of the places we've traveled, why we traveled there, and ultimately how much fun we were having.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think traveling is like, it opens up the mind, right? You see how big the world is. You get on an airplane, you fly for 15 hours, and it's like you're going 600 miles an hour through the sky for 15 hours. You eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and breakfast again on the airplane. You realize the world's a fairly big place, and we're just this little bitty puzzle piece to the great big deal. And so I've always wanted to just get out and travel the world. Actually, one of the first, obviously I've been to Mexico a ton of times, right? Then ended up going to Australia, which is a ton of fun. Actually, to Australia with a couple of other big wholesalers now today, and just got to go everywhere. Brisbane, Sydney, the Gold Coast of Australia. We actually surfed in the Gold Coast. We've been to Bali, Indonesia. You actually went on that trip with me, so that was a ton of fun. I wish you would have went to Thailand. It's like right there on the map. I didn't realize how close it was, but went there. I've been to Nicaragua a couple of times, actually doing some mission work and building houses and stuff for the less fortunate. I've been to the Bahamas. I've been to London. I've been to Paris. I've been to Amsterdam. I'm just trying to think. Hong Kong.
Everywhere.
We've been all over the place. I tell you what. And there's probably even some other ones that I'm just not thinking of off the top of my head. I think I'm going to Puerto Vallarta actually a week from today. So depending on when people are watching this video,
you might be in Puerto Vallarta.
I might be in Puerto Vallarta. Yeah.
I love it. Cool. Anything to kind of finish up and maybe that person that's like, man, I want to get into wholesaling. What's like the direction?
Yeah.
And first of all, where can they find you on any platform?
At Austin Zaback on any platform.
I love it. And what's a last tidbit of motivation, potentially information.
Yep.
That might be valuable to these guys.
Jump all in, right? You know, a lot of people, they got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, man. I tell you what, no matter what industry you're in, no matter what you're doing, it doesn't matter if you're doing the stock market, insurance, real estate, wholesaling, traditional real estate, Shopify, Amazon FBA, right? You're an online marketer, you're creating a course on how to make a course. You know, a lot of people, man, they got 1 foot in and they got 1 foot out. You know, it's like, hey, like I'm gonna throw $1,000 here, and if it doesn't work, then like I got a plan B, right? Plan B. Everybody's got a plan B. And man, every time I've ever had a plan B, plan A didn't work, right? Because in the back of my mind somewhere, there was another plan, there was an alternative, there was a secondary option. And so I just encourage you, if you're watching this, you know, it isn't going to be comfortable. You're not always going to be comfortable in life. You know, even today, in today's current form, there's a lot of decisions that we make every day where I'm not necessarily extremely comfortable with, but it has to be done, right? What is the alternative? The alternative is I live a normal life. I go get an average job. I have average relationships. I have average friendships. I don't have any business partners, and that isn't an alternative that I'm okay with. So, you know, reality of it is I got to burn the boats and understand that there's no turning back. You know, I'm going to war, and the option is either to win that war or to die, like quite literally. And you know, and I'm not going to die, right? I'm not. Yeah, and it's just not going to happen. I'm not that guy. I'm very competitive. I want to win. Don't get me wrong, I want to give back, I want to help, I want to change the world, but I want to win. And in order to help change the world, you've got to win. You've got to become a winner. And you've got to be financially successful 9 times out of 10 to change the world. So burn the boats, go all in, whatever you're doing, and don't ever look back. You know, there's going to be trials, there's going to be tribulations, and this is all part of the game, man. If it was easy, everybody would do it. So, you know, it's not going to be easy, but it will be worth it, 100%.
Boom, I love it, ladies and gentlemen. Austin Zaback here, absolute pleasure. Yep. And if you haven't already, make sure and go subscribe. His channel will be in the link below. And if you haven't already, make sure and like this video. Comment below what you guys would like to see in future videos. Again, him and I do a lot of businesses together. Him and I own half of our companies together. Him and I are roommates. Him and I are freaking ballers, baby. Yeah. I'm not as big as a baller as this guy. No. But hey, drop in the comments below what you guys would like to see in future videos of him and I. We would certainly appreciate that. And we'll make it happen. We'll see you guys in another video.